You good? Yo, what's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. Chelsea versus Arsenal. What a good game. I don't know what it is about this venue, but this venue makes both teams play well. I don't know if this is how fans are made, but I really enjoyed this game. There's something about this venue when anybody plays Chelsea at this venue, meaning the big teams when they come to play in the evening. It just provides for an amazing spectacle. What a spectacle it was. And it wasn't like it was this, crazy back and forth going on like when they played against Manchester City last season, but it's still so entertaining to watch. Even the times that they were just circulating the ball around, just kind of ball watching both teams. When Arsenal was had more possession of the game and looked like they were gonna score and win this game, it still was a really good show. I wanted personally to Chelsea to win, but this should have been Arsenal's game. It could have been both teams, obviously, because at the beginning, what's his name, Palmer with that beautiful strike and really good job from Raya. If that was at the corners, no way he would have gotten to that. No way was he gonna get to that. So yeah, really good game. Really enjoyed this game. There's something about, like I said, this venue that just makes me want to watch football and just evokes this desire to play. Right from the beginning, both teams were just piercing, going at each other head to head. And like I said, the chances for Chelsea, Arsenal has some chances with Martinelli. Martinelli, before he scored the goal, the block. I think that was a Colwill's mess up. I'm not sure if that was for the goal or the opportunity for Martinelli, but Martinelli had a really good chance to be able to open the game, right from the start. And I did not like Martinelli in this game because every time he was up against Malo Gusto, and I remember back in the season, back when I think it was 2 seasons ago when I was watching Arsenal first play, and I was like, who is this guy? I thought he was Argentinian at first, with the Italian last name, or maybe even Italian. And he would just take people on. He would take people on. It didn't matter the size. It didn't matter the skill. It didn't matter who was in front of him. He would always take them on. And today, you can say he was probably being a little bit savvy and smart and, playing for the back and just waiting and biding his time. I don't think it was that. It just, the confidence is not there. I think that's what the confidence wasn't there. And he was just dithering. He was just wondering and hesitating. Should I not? And would always go back. And that kind of killed his confidence for that goal that he should have scored, right? Ended up scoring a really good goal. I knew he was going to do that. There was no other. And then Sanchez leaving that gap. I don't know. You be the judge whether it was Sanchez's fault or not. I think Sanchez should have done obviously a better job leaving that gap, for him to score. But that goal that he had, that first that opportunity should have been a goal. Should have been a goal. And then Chelsea had the opportunity with Palmer. Palmer didn't do much in this game, and that's been my complaint for many games already in this season. Even though he's having a really good season in terms of goal tally, but he's not involved in the game. He's just not in the game, and this was no exception. Really good strike from afar. But Palmer is not the fastest. Palmer is not the strongest, so he's not gonna beat you that way, right? But you give him one chance, kind of like with Salah. I did watch the Liverpool game yesterday, but I didn't have time to talk about it. And for me, at the moment, maybe prime Salah was a different thing, but at the moment, if there's anybody that I would bet money on that has the least amount of opportunities and he's going to score, he's going to deliver, it's Palmer. It's Palmer. So I am complaining. I am criticizing him that he needs to be more involved in this game and should have been more in the game, and he really wasn't. Aside from that, and then I think somebody gave him a pass towards the middle, too hard of a touch, lost the ball. But just like that, and then he had the free kicks, obviously that ended up hitting the wall, and need to do a better job, obviously. But that strike, I mean, had that strike gone left or right, there's no way Raya. Really good save by Raya, by the way. There's no way Raya would have saved that. There's no way he was going to get to that ball. So, you just give this guy one opportunity, and he just does things. He makes it look easy. You're wondering why other strikers don't do that. Why Nunez, yesterday, he didn't do that when he had that clear opportunity to be able to score, right? He ended up scoring a goal, I know, but he had another one where that should have gone in. Probably easier. So there was that, but this was Arsenal's match, especially in that second half towards the end. Man, how many in-swingers. Merino came in, and I got nothing against Merino, but in this game today, jackass. Dude, I don't know, calculate the ball. I don't know, you forgot the charge mass spin of the ball, like where to meet the ball. and that should have gone in, and he just, he didn't. Not that he had a horrible game, but the opportunities that he had, that he was presented with, should have gone in. That tap in should have happened, and it didn't happen. Saka unfortunately got injured. Obviously, all the best to him. I thought, what's his name? Oh my God. What's his name? Kukureya. Kukureya. Wow, what an amazing, what a great game, man, you had against Saka. Really, really good job. Well done. Well done. As well as Caicedo. My God. Yeah, he could be ruthless a little bit. He needs to work on that. But no, like, there has to be like a Keane, like a, what was it, a Keane? Yeah, Roy Keane. There's got to be like a Roy Keane. Somebody that checks you. Somebody lets you know that you're in my house. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna go through me. A little bit reckless at times, like with Tinder, for instance. Kind of no need to do that. You could get a card, and then you get another one. You get, thrown out the game, and then you pretty much end up screwing up your team. But I'm liking. Is he worth what they paid for? Absolutely not. Hell no. No. But man, he had a really good match. I would put him as my man of the match. For me, he was my man of the match. Just really good. Him and Kukureya share that. Both of them could have that. Caicedo was really, really good. Instrumental today. Instrumental just to keep, Arsenal, at bay just a bit, right? Even though they were attacking and they had more chances than Chelsea. But Arsenal can't compete. I don't know, like, Arsenal have been playing like 2 seasons already that they've been playing really well. This team is, well oiled, well, worked. And do you see a team that's going to compete? I mean, anything could happen. Next month it could be all Arsenal. The following month could, Manchester City could make a comeback, right? So I wouldn't just like the pundits and everybody else saying like Liverpool, this is Liverpool's chance, because I don't know what's going on with Manchester City and them losing and 4 games in a row and conceding so many goals also. That is weird stuff. But it's bound to happen. At some point it had to happen, right? But they could bounce back, and then Arsenal could bounce back. They got Odegaard back. He came back and he was the what's it called, the one that assisted for Martinelli. I mean, way to pick him out. Way to make everybody feel your absence. Like, they truly missed him. That was a great pass. The vision on that pass, just beautiful little chip. So yeah, maybe they could come back. They could, worm their way out of this and end up taking the lead at some point. Because there's so many months to go, so much football to go. The international breaks also help out. It kind of discombobulates things, and everybody kind of reloads when they come back. And yeah, there's so much to play. So I wouldn't write them off just yet. Arsenal they're not done. But at the same time, I'm looking at Chelsea, and some people are like, oh, this was okay, 1-1, because Chelsea's not aspiring. Why not? Why isn't Chelsea aspiring? Because they've been having 2 horrible seasons, but they've been with the more or less basic same team for quite some time now. I think enough time for them to be able to say, yeah, we could also, go for that title. At least get in the way of Liverpool, Manchester City, and Arsenal. Absolutely. I think Chelsea can be that team, or is that team at the moment. And I wouldn't also write them off. Why not? I don't like that. If anyone's saying that, I think I heard one person saying, but then that makes me think maybe other people are saying that Chelsea, like, no, this was okay, and what can you expect? Everybody's just happy that, whoa, like 2 seasons ago, you never would have thought that. Last season ago, you never would have thought that Chelsea would have been in this place. Why not? I mean, they have a really good team. They've been doing this since last season already, like maybe half of the season. So them coming into this, starting the season like this, like they have the team for that. They have Palmer, the Madueke, this guy Neto. I'm sorry, like that's my player right there. And what's his name? Mudryk had an okay performance when he came in. I like what I saw with Mudryk. Needs to step it up still. You got to do more. They got to squeeze more out of Mudryk. But Neto, man, that's the truth right there. That is the truth, especially the play against Ben White. The little whole tussle that they had him and Ben White was perfect. It took me back. That's those duels. I miss those duels. Who doesn't miss those duels? Come on, you gotta appreciate that. And the little fake outs, right, left, stopping, pausing, right, left again, and then the center and Gusto. Oh, that was an opportunity in the first half. That was a huge opportunity for Chelsea to be up ahead in the first half. And Gusto, I kind of noticed that they stopped playing him that, giving him that forward inverted Trent Alexander-Arnold position. He's so good playing just as a winger, going forward, even coming back. And huge miss from him. That was I mean, that was a sitter. That was all goal. That was all a goal. It needed to be a goal. But Neto, man, Neto, when he scored that goal, man, and what I like about him, he gets the ball, and he's gonna do something. You know, he's not afraid at all, right? Because when I first saw him, who is this guy? And they try to be a little bit safe, right? I mean, the pressure too. I don't blame them, right? And then just passing, and here and there, you're gonna see sparks, right, of what they're capable of and the reason why they brought them to the team. And man, he is not afraid. He is not afraid. Against Ben White. Ben White, really good defender. Obviously, everybody knows Ben White. Not the easiest to get around, but Neto, not afraid. And then the goal, man, that goal, Enzo comes in, assist, and the diagonal run, and just strikes it so well, so well. It was like It was like music. It was music, the crescendo, and just amazing. Blasted it. Nothing Raya could do. Absolutely amazing. Like, love those goals. Love those goals far away, and just like the potency behind that. The very heady shot. So yeah, man. Really enjoyed this game. Arsenal. Saka sucks. I know Arsenal are gonna have a hard time with Saka not. And then they're playing Champions League too. But they got a lot of people, and they got Odegaard back. But I think they're missing a center forward. You guys need a center forward. And oh my God, Havertz, man. I'm sorry, man. He was getting bullied throughout the whole game. And you know what I like about Havertz? I don't know if anyone talks about this, but he doesn't lose his cool. Like, he was losing his cool. I mean, he's human after all. He was losing his cool. He was like, stomping the ground. He was like, like hitting the ground at some point because the ref wouldn't call some of the fouls. Ends up getting his head split. Doesn't get the fouls. Is offside. Gets his goal, disallowed, and has the audacity. I don't know the story behind that, why he did the silence. But then doesn't lose his cool where he takes it out on other players. And that's, to me, something that Vinicius, the first thing that comes to mind is Vinicius. If he would stop doing that and just focus on playing, I know he scored 3 goals yesterday, he would probably have won the Ballon d'Or. I think that's one of the elements. I'm not saying that's the only thing, but that's one of the things that, he needs to work on, right? But Havertz, man, I really felt bad for him today, man. He was getting bullied throughout the whole game. So yeah, a striker. I think you guys, Arsenal, you need a striker, and Chelsea they just need to keep playing. Just keep playing. And Palmer, IQ level, football wise is it's up there, but needs to find a way to get involved a lot more. Maybe it's just his style also. His style of play. Like he was running back and defending and stuff, but needs to take that same amount of energy and try to find those spaces. So yeah. So anyways, I'm pleased. I'm happy. Great game, and I'll see you guys in the next video.